Everyone. Hello everyone, this is a Frank back again. Today we have the latest from Elephant Playing Cards. It is the Cyberpunk decks. Let's check it out. Alright, so here we have the Cyberpunks from Elephant Playing Cards. And obviously they have a sci-fi futuristic theme. It's a futuristic sci-fi design combining the low life and the high tech. Okay. They have foil on tuck cases, as you can see, gold, green, and purple. Slight embossing. And it says Cyberpunk. And playing cards and lots of gears and cogs. There is other details in there. I don't know if you can see them in the background. They're kind of a dull grayish color. You can see it here a bit more, I think. Yeah, definitely. Definitely not so much on that one. At least well, it depends how I look at it. And then the side says Cyberpunk with some embossing. There's some damage. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then Cyberpunk on the other side. And the tops. Yay. Embossing as well. And the bottoms is some ad copy. ElephantPlayingCards.com. Go check them out. And the backs. It does have the logo Elephant Playing Cards. And you see the back design. Lots of detail. Foils. No seals. Just kind of a... I don't even know if it's a mat. It's not really a mat. It's just a standard paper tuck case. And it says Elephant Playing Cards on the flap again. As you can see. First of all, like I said, there's some damage on the tuck cases. That is because I don't know who they used to fulfill them. It wasn't gamblers, that's for sure. But they just put them in a envelope. I believe it was a padded envelope. And it was a very big envelope, from what I can recall. They just threw them in there, no protection, and they bounced around, and they came damaged, and a lot of people had damaged decks, and so they were replacing those. Also, they have reprinted 2 of these decks, and will be sending them out in the near future because of some misprint, which I'll show you. Now, inside you do get an ad card. Apparently, I just gave out a discount code to everyone. There's your back design. Not overly exciting in my opinion, I have to say. It's got a lot of details, circuitry details, cogs and gears. But, I don't know, I mean, it's not too bad. Thick borders kind of hurts it in my opinion. It's not the worst one though. I don't believe. The Jokers, gold colors. Stars in the corner, he's juggling some cards. And then the other one, he's doing a dance. The Ace of Spades, looks like that. Gold on black. Again, there's a lot of details in there. In a pip, you can't really see them, I don't think. A lot of details on the faces as well. I'm not saying it's poorly designed, but can you see all these details on that? No. But you can see a lot of circuitry on this pip, that's for sure. I mean, you can a little bit, but it's harder to see. Nice custom aces throughout. And the quote card's completely custom. Pretty nice. And then my biggest problem is not the aces, but these pips. There are circuitry details in there, but they're kind of hard to see, especially on the dark seats. But they're completely custom quote cards. I'll kind of show you them kind of quick because you'll be seeing them probably 3 times. And your number cards, nice number, nice custom tips, but the detail gets a little bit hard to see in some of them. This one you get the same Jokers. This in green, black star, green star. That one was gold and black. And then the aces. Again, the detail gets a little bit hard to see in the black pips, especially because it's gray on black, I believe. I'll just kind of quickly show you the quote card. It's the same thing. Green pips for the hearts and diamonds in this one. while the other one was kind of a yellowy gold. And again, look at these. To me, I can't see that there's details in there. I can sort of see that on the hearts, the circuitry details, but not on the black suits. Nice backgrounds though, the circuits and whatnot, on the faces. And then this one is black faces with purples and pinks. And you can see, same jokers. The backs, by the way, on this one, it's like that. It might be a little hard to see the details and the color. Maybe it's just because it's gray on black. And actually, this one I forgot to show you. It's not bad. You can actually see the details, but it is black borders with white faces. And I think personally, white borders would have been a lot better because of the white faces. That's just me. And the aces, this one you can actually see the details, of course. But on the purple one, a little bit harder to see. One other thing I'm going to mention I dislike is the fact that they've clearly made pink and purple colors, but they didn't reflect that on the indexes. They're all pink. Well, almost all. And I don't know. I mean, they got that on the pips, but not the actual font. Would have been nice if it was 2 different colors. For me, anyways, in my opinion. Here's the number cards. And again, pretty nice. Oops. Now you can see, like I said, they all have a pink index, a pink font in the index. Well, except for this one, the 8 of hearts. They actually made a mistake and they made it purple. So that's why they're reprinting it. This deck in particular. There was a similar issue with the one of the other decks, which I don't recall what the issue was specifically, or I haven't seen it myself. Now these decks are printed by WJPC in China on a matte stock. No, that's the tuck. It's matte stock with embossing foil. It's a 310 GSM stock black core with a linen finish. So it's not bad. It's a pretty decent stock and finish. There is chipping, which is again another reason why, particularly on these two decks, they should have had white borders with the black faces and a little bit of clumpiness, I suppose. But then again, haven't played with them too much, haven't really broken them in. Overall, I will say 7.5 out of 10. They handle alright. They're not, you know, bad quality or anything like that. I'm just not a huge fan, I suppose. I like the code cards. They're pretty nice. I feel like a lot of the details in the pips are lost because it's too dark of colors. I think that's something they've also kind of corrected, I believe. I don't plan on reviewing them again, even if I do receive replacements. But yeah, I mean, they're not my favorite decks. I feel like the borders are a bit thick. I feel like they should have had white borders, particularly on the two decks. And I don't know, I feel like the colors could have been a little bit more distinguishable. The gray with the black doesn't really do it for me. So that is that. Let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching. Again, I just wanted to quickly reiterate, you know, I like the court cards. The decks, you know, they're not bad. I like the overall theme and idea. I wasn't really liking the gray on black. I prefer colors that contrast more for me personally, and I felt as well personally like the pictures on the project, they did contrast more, and in the final product it's a little bit disappointing. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate that, point that out. I don't dislike the decks. I think they're pretty cool, but they're not top of my list or anything like that. So that is that. Just wanted to, you know, kind of reiterate, go a little bit deeper into that, reiterate. And that is that. See you next time with more.